Hello everyone, welcome to the Love to Live Healthy show with author and weight loss specialist Josephine Fitzpatrick. Our focus is weight loss and losing it with healthy and clean living. Join us every week to hear answers to questions from our clients all over the world who text and email thousands of weight loss questions daily. Listen and learn how Josephine answers questions to help you lose weight, eat healthy, and feel great.
Hi everyone, welcome to the Love to Live Healthy show. I'm Josephine Fitzpatrick. Many of you know about the 5-hour fast. It is something I created and has the most effective results of any fast. Now, of course, I didn't create or invent fasting. There are so many fasts out there. There's an 8-hour fast, a 24-hour fast. There's a fast where people go for a week with no food. So like I said, I didn't create or invent the fasting. I found that the 7 and 8-hour fasts were minimal results when it came to resistant fat loss. And the longer fasts, like the 24-hour or the week, were just too mentally challenging for clients and they couldn't stick to it. But what I did was I created the 5-hour fast because after so much studying and speaking to medical professionals and a lot of training and trials, I saw that the 5-hour fast is the most effective tool to get rid of resistant body fat, which usually sits on your abdomen, your back, your thighs, not to mention internally around your organs and heart. I have thousands of clients who successfully do it, and many live on it. I also have hundreds of medical professionals from doctors, nurses, surgeons, psychiatrists who came to me and are on it, love it, and live by it. They recommend people to me all the time. That's how great this works. The 5-hour fast is one of the most effective weight loss tools for resistant body fat, weight loss, and also for your health. Today, we are going to go over how is the best way to set up your day when you are doing the 5-hour fast. And I'm also going to include some stressors. What are stressors? Well, stressors are something that I am telling you that I can't stress enough. So listen to them throughout the podcast. I'm also going to go over examples of food choices to have in the 5-hour and also examples of how clients set up their 5-hour fast that gives them the best results. Okay, so let's jump right into this. As so many of you know, the 5-hour fast may seem a little challenging, even scary, but the truth is when you do it, you're going to love it. It's never nearly as bad as what a client thinks going into it. In fact, most of the time, they end up staying on it because they love the results and they love how they're eating. Right now, we have so many new clients and customers every day. So for those of you who are new or others who just need a refresher, let's go over the 5-hour fast, what it is and how it works. Okay, so let's start with that. The 5-hour fast is an amazing tool to help you control your eating and lose weight. How it works is you choose 5 hours a day that you will be eating 2 meals and 1 snack in those 5 hours. The reason it works so well is because when you are eating your meals and snacks in the same 5 hours every day, that gives your body 19 hours to process the food and burn real fat from your body. It's not water weight, it's real fat loss. Normally, by the 12th hour, your body has processed all the food you ate in the 5 hours. So from the 12th to the 19th hour, you're burning all body fat because your body has no food left to process. And when your body has no food left, it has to take from your stored fat. And that is what the 5-hour fast allows it to do. So say you choose 2 to 7 to eat your meals, okay? You finish at 7 p.m. By 7 a.m., that's 12 hours later, you have no food left in your body. So from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. until you eat again, your body is burning all body fat. It's taking from the stored fat cells on your body, those resistant fat cells, and it's using that fat for energy, burning that fat you want to get rid of. That's why it works so great for maximum weight loss. Now, remember, it has to be the same 5 hours every day for the week. You can switch them weekly, but not daily. So, for example, if you choose 2 to 7, you have to stick with those hours for the week. But starting the following Monday, you can change them or you can keep them. It's up to you. But it has to be the same 5 hours for the week. Now, you can do the 5 hours for 7 days, Monday through Sunday, or you can do the 5 hours for 5 days, Monday through Friday. If you do the 5 hours Monday through Friday, then Saturday and Sunday, you do a regular innovation day, which consists of 3 meals and 2 snacks. One of those snacks should be a fruit. And on the regular innovation days, there are no time structures. You eat when you're hungry. And of course, if you don't need it, you don't eat it, because many times after doing the 5 hours for a week, you're going to need and want less. And of course, somewhere in that weekend, whether you're doing the 5 hour fast for the whole week or whether you're doing the innovation signature on the weekend, you will incorporate your cheat meal and your dessert. Okay. Stressor number 1, stop playing games with yourself. The reason I say this is most of you know how many people I interact with when it comes to weight loss. And for those of you who don't, I will tell you it's thousands a day. I love my clients, I love my customers, and I know them all, and I love meeting new ones every day. But I'm also a specialist in my field. So when it comes to weight loss, I can read someone and I know what they're thinking. You would be so surprised how much each of you thinks so very similar about things. So again, I want to stress to you that when you get through your week, and honestly, it doesn't matter if you're doing the 5 hour week, the detox week, or the signature innovation week. When you get through your weight loss week and you did great and see great results, do not think you are fooling anyone when you go and overdo it on the weekend. Remember, the whole idea is you want to lose weight. This is for you. So when you are at your cheat, don't ever cheat just to cheat. Choose what you want and will enjoy, and choose it wisely, because grabbing a box of cereal and eating the whole thing and then going to a bag of pretzels or eating bagel, cream cheese, and lox and then a whole pizza, you are not fooling anyone but yourself. You put all that work and energy into a week to simply throw it away on things you're probably not really even enjoying or wanted, because mentally you're telling yourself, well, I can eat now. I had a great week. But that's really not helping you. That's not doing you any favors. So I'm telling you, when you get through your week, make sure you choose wisely when it comes to your weekend cheat meal and cheat dessert, okay? Because if you overdo it and then look and say, oh, that didn't work. No, it worked. It worked when you did the program during the week. It didn't work when you overdid it on your cheat, okay? So just be mindful of that. It's very important. I can't stress it enough. Okay, back to the 5 hour. So first you're choosing if you're doing the 5 hour Monday through Friday or Monday through Sunday. They both work, so do what you think you're capable of. Next, you're choosing your 5 hours. What is the best way to choose your 5 hours? Think about your day. What time of the day do you find that you're not as hungry? Then think about what time of the day you really enjoy eating. For some, it's middays, for others, it's dinner time. And then most important, think about the evenings that you might or will be eating out, because you can't change the time just because you have an event. You have to stick to the 5 hours. So if you know you have events or dinners that week, you have to make your 5 hours fit in that time frame. I always choose 5 to 10 for me because I know I can get through the day. It's, I'm always so busy. So by the time I get to the evening, I want to eat and I want to enjoy eating. And of course, there's always challenging moments through the day, but they pass. A lot of my clients will choose 2 to 7 or 3 to 8. Most people can get through the day, but when it's the late afternoon and evening, they want to mentally and physically relax with their meals. So those times tend to work for a lot of people. I do have some people who do evening like me. Do what works for you. The time doesn't matter. Obviously, I eat very late, so it doesn't matter if you're eating late because you're only eating in those 5 hours. Stressor number 2, say you choose 2 to 7. But you didn't start eating until 3:30. That's totally fine. You just put your meals and snacks in that time, but don't move the time from 2 to 3:30 because you didn't start then. You can't do that. You have to keep those 5 hours. You have to keep the 2 to 7. So a rule is you can't eat before the time you started. So you can't eat before 2, but you can eat later than 2. So you can start later than 2 and start at 3:30 if that's what happens. But I can't stress enough, you always have to be finished by 7, okay? 7 meaning if you choose 2 to 7. When I do 5 to 10, I'm always done by 10 p.m. Sometimes I don't start at 5. Sometimes I don't start eating until 6, depending on what my day is. But my hours are still always 5 to 10. I'm always done by 10. Okay, so now you have your week and you choose either 5 days or 7 days, and now you chose your 5 hours. Now let's go to meals and snacks. Your first meal should be a lighter meal. So some choices would be the Innovation Protein Muffin, or a non-fat Greek yogurt with half a cup of Cheerios, or 2 eggs with veggies, or Innovation Protein waffles or pancakes, or maybe a slice of toast with avocado and everything seeds. You get the idea. It's a lighter meal. It's more of a breakfast meal. The second meal is your substantial meal. And it's where you would do 6 ounces of grilled chicken or fish with 2 cups of vegetables, or you would do any of the innovation meals like the manicotti or the chicken burger, always adding your 2 cups of veggies. Stressor number 3, watch the oils on your vegetables. I don't care which oil or how healthy it is. If you use more than 1 tablespoon, you're going to hurt your results. And again, this goes for any program you're doing. Even the healthier oils are 120 to 150 calories per tablespoon. A tablespoon is not a lot. So when you're drizzling your oil all over your veggies or your pan, you're probably using anywhere from 500 to 1,000 calories just in oil. And that is not going to help you get your results. A great tip is to put the oil in a spray bottle and mist the vegetables on the pan, and you will literally use less than a tablespoon. I do it often on my salads. I put the vinegar and oil in a spray bottle and I lightly mist my salad, and it's perfect. So, and you're going to use so much less than if you're pouring it out, because even when you think you're conscious, you're still overdoing it, okay? Don't want to use more than a tablespoon. If you put it in a spray bottle, it's going to make so much of a difference. Okay, so now we have our first meal and our second meal choices. Now let's choose our snack. Your snack can be any of the innovation snacks, or you can do a yasso bar, an apple and peanut butter. You can do the snack pudding with whipped cream. You can do nuts or popcorn. Calorie-wise, you want to keep it about 150 calories or less for your snack. Stressor number 4. I know it's hard to believe, but this happens all the time. You might not even be able to eat your 2 meals and 1 snack in the 5 hours. You might feel full, okay? Especially if you start late and you just don't have the time. Don't ever force it. Don't get yourself into the mindset, I better eat or I might be hungry. If you are not hungry, you don't want to eat it. It's very simple. You'll be surprised how quickly you get used to eating less. And that is the point, to get your body to learn to eat less. One of the biggest positives about the 5-hour fast is your appetite and your stomach shrink quickly. And that is what you want. So go with it and listen to your body, not your mind. If your body and stomach are full, move on. Don't worry about if you'll be hungry later, because odds are you're going to be hungry even if you did eat the snack, if you forced yourself to eat the snack. So don't do that. If you're not hungry, don't eat it. It's okay. Okay, so now we have our days, Monday through Friday or Monday through Sunday. We chose our hours based on the time we can get through in our weekly plans, and we chose our meals. Now let's go over drinks. Water, water, water. You should be drinking water all day, not seltzer, not flavored or diet drinks, just water. If you want to have tea or coffee, it should be black for best results with no sweetener, because you don't want anything that's going to break the fast before your time. During your 5 hours, you can do your tea or coffee the way you normally have it, with maybe, almond milk or skim milk or non-fat creamer. And you can also have your diet drinks or flavored 0-calorie water or seltzer. If you're drinking alcohol, you can have 1 in your 5 hour, being 4 ounces of wine or 1 shot of tequila or vodka. Stressor number 5. Don't fool yourself and think it's okay to have your Starbucks or Dunkin' coffee outside of your 5 hour. If you break the fast with anything, it's not going to be effective. Okay, now let's go over exercise. Do you have to exercise, or should you exercise? Like anything else, you have to give your body a chance to get used to only eating in the 5 hours. Many clients continue to exercise and are totally fine, and others will do the first week slowly and gradually incorporate the exercise back in. Once your body and mind get used to it, you should have no problem continuing your exercise outside of your 5 hours. And remember what I said earlier. This is really important. We're going to use the 2 to 7 p.m. as an example again. You choose the 2 to 7. So by 7 p.m., you're done eating. So by 7 a.m., it's your 12th hour, and your body has now begun to burn fat. If you exercise anywhere from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m., you are going to burn double the fat, which is amazing, because your body's already using your fat for energy. Now, if you're working out in that time, you're going to see maximum results. This is how you really target that resistant fat that either sits around your stomach, your back, your thighs. The 5-hour fast is the most effective body fat burner, especially for resistant fat. I can't say it enough. Stressor number 6, it is such a healthy way of life. The 19 hours is great for fat burn, but it's also giving your body, your intestines, all your organs a break from constantly working. If you read about the fast, how they are now more than ever relating them to longevity, because it really is so good for you. When you do it the right way, you eat less, live longer, have less diseases and illnesses. And listen, I own a food store and I'm telling you this, eat less. So I can't be more honest than that. Okay, so we choose our days. So it's Monday through Friday or Monday through Sunday. We chose our 5 hours. We went over our meals and snacks options. We chose what we can and can't drink and our exercise. I will now give you 4 examples of how clients successfully set up their food in their 5 hours. And again, just to make it easy, I'm going to use the 2 to 7, but you can choose any times that work for you. Example number 1 is the traditional. They have their 5 hours, 2 to 7. So at 2 o'clock, they eat their lighter meal 1. And then they have their substantial meal 2 at 5 p.m. and they have their snack at 6:30, finishing everything by 7. Example number 2, take your 2 cups of vegetables that you would have with your meal 2 and start your 5 hour with them. So again, using 2 to 7 as an example, at 2 p.m., you'll start with your 2 cups of raw veggies and start your fast with them. It'll immediately make you feel fuller since veggies are full of fiber and water. Then you will do your first lighter meal at 3 and your second substantial meal at 5 with your snack at 6:30. Again, finishing everything by 7. Example 3 is to have your big meal first at 2 p.m. and then follow it with your lighter meal at 5 and then a snack at 6:30, finishing everything by 7. Example number 4 is break your fast at 2 with your snack and a cup of coffee or tea. And then have your big meal at 4, followed by your lighter meal at 6 or 6:30. Okay, so those are 4 ways that the clients do them that they love and feel that work for them. Okay, it really depends on what your day entails. And, say that you have events, you may say like, okay, I'm going to have my lighter meal before my event, go to my event, have my substantial meal, and have my snack when I get home, if it fits in your 5 hours. That's why it's so important to pick the 5 hours that's going to really accommodate your day and your plans and your events, okay? So just to give you an example of what I do, my fast is always 5 to 10. So I will break my fast with my substantial meal. I always start with my big meal, anywhere from 5 to 6. Then 8 to 9:30, I will have my lighter meal and my snack usually together, because at that point we're either watching a movie or I'm still working. So I like to have them together. I will do maybe a muffin and apple and PB. I'll do my muffin and popcorn or muffin and nuts. I'm big on my cinnamon protein muffins. They're my favorite. So I eat them in a very special way. My family makes fun of me. I will eat all the crumbs off of my muffin, and then I will slice the bread and eat them, one at a time. I just love eating it that way. And then, of course, whatever I'm having, that it would be my meal 1, and I have my snack with it. So if I do my apple and peanut butter, I'll slice my apple up because I like to have volume with my food. Or I'll do popcorn, or the nuts, because again, I like to have volume with my food. I think that's why I even eat my muffin like that, because it creates volume. I'm taking a muffin instead of just eating it. I take all the crumbs, I eat those, and then I slice the bread. So it gives me volume. I like to have volume. I don't like to just eat something and it's gone. I really like to enjoy my food and really enjoy every bite. Because I feel like that helps me mentally feel full as well as physically. Okay. So all of these work. It really matters what works best for you. Now let's talk about what if you get hungry outside of your fast, which will probably happen, especially the first and second day. One client that did it for the first time last week, she texted me and said at 10:30 a.m. she was so hungry. She was like, how am I going to make it to 3? But it passed. She said she kept herself busy with work. She went for a walk. And she pushed through it, and she ended up losing 5 pounds from Monday to Friday that week. She was so happy. So first, always remember, you can do anything for 1 week if you really want to, but you have to go into this only if it's something you really want to do, because if you really want to do it, you will absolutely do it. Stressor number 7, stay busy. No matter what program you're doing, if you are sitting in the kitchen thinking what you want to eat or that you're hungry, you're not going to get past it. You're setting yourself up for failure. So either take a walk, do laundry, stay busy with your work. Once you get past those moments, the first 2 days, you will see how quickly your mental and physical will follow. You'll be fine. You just have to get past those moments. You have to get yourself past those moments. Doing something, keeping busy. Don't just sit and think about food. That's not going to help you. One of the best things about the 5 hour is it lets you stop thinking about food all day. That's the point you will get to. Once you get used to mentally knowing you are doing this and sticking to it, and you are only eating in those 5 hours, you will no longer worry or think about food all day. It's a mental vacation from food and takes away all the stress of food, noise, and thoughts in your day. So get to that point. It takes about the first 2 days to really get used to it. The last thing I want to go over, and it's a very popular question, is how long can I do it for? Well, the 5 hour fast you can do forever. It's up to you. Some clients live on it and love it. Others will alternate it with the signature innovation and the detox. Do what works for you and what you feel you're best doing. Okay, so I think we covered it all. And I hope I gave you a good idea with some amazing examples on how to set up your 5 hour fast so it works best for you. Give it a try. You might really be surprised how good you do and how amazing it makes you feel. I have seen clients get to numbers they never thought they would see again. So if you're struggling, have resistant fat, or just want to give yourself a little boost, try it. You'll probably be really surprised how good you do. Remember, don't let your fears control you. You are capable of doing anything you really want to. But that is the key. You just can't say you want it. You have to physically and mentally want it almost as much as you want to breathe. And when you do that and feel that, that's when you'll be successful. And I'm not saying it's easy. Nothing that is worth having is easy. But everything you want is right at your fingertips, and you can have it if you just put the work in. You will grab it. And when you do, you will see you can become the person you always wanted to be and the way you always wanted to feel. Okay, I hope this helps, and I'm wishing everyone a healthy week full of love, sunshine, and happiness. Hugs from me to all of you.
Thanks for listening to Love to Live Healthy with Josephine Fitzpatrick. We hope you'll pass along our web address, innovationweightloss.com, to your friends and colleagues who are looking to lose weight by eating clean and living healthy. Be sure to check out our archives section on our website for previous podcasts. Join us next time for another edition of Love to Live Healthy with Josephine Fitzpatrick. The content in this podcast is not intended in any way as a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Always seek the advice of your physician or other qualified healthcare provider with any questions you may have regarding weight loss or any medical condition or treatment, and before undertaking a new healthcare regimen. And never disregard professional medical advice or delay in seeking it because of something you have listened to on this podcast.